Speak to the rock. This Insights is going to be more of a travel log. The children of Israel have stayed in one location for almost 38 years. Now they're going to move and go across to the east side of the Jordan River and go up to where they cross over into the land at Jericho. Why they didn't just head straight north, I have no idea. At one time I thought it was because a rod was there, and that was a mighty kingdom. But no, before they leave this area, they defeat a rod. They had nothing stopping them from heading north. But it wasn't the plan. They had to go to the east side and go up to the area around Jericho. Well, the first thing that happens as they move is that Miriam dies. Now, she's 130 years old. Could be that one of the reasons she dies right now is that she has been able to stay in one location for 37, 38 years. And she has been there until she was a young girl of 92 years old. Now she's 130, and they start to move, and she dies. This is also the place where they start complaining about the water. Remember, they had just left their water system. Wasn't much water, but it was enough to keep them going. Now they have moved away from that, and they start complaining. This is where God tells Moses to speak to the rock, and instead he hits the rock. He then sends a message to Edom, asking if he could just pass through their land. If they had said yes, it had been a very short trip. It would have been very nice. But Edom says no. And when they say no, they say it in a certain area. They say, here's our border. You cross this border and you're going to be at war. Moses decides that when he moves in that direction, he will go around Edom. But before that happens, Aaron dies. And they mourn him for 30 days. Now, the normal at that time was 7 days. Two people, Aaron and Moses. They mourn both of their deaths for 30 days. Right after that, a rod starts to pick up some of the stragglers and enslaves them, starts to taunt Israel. Moses attacks them and destroys a rod. These are the same people that when Moses told the people, you're not going in the land, and the army farmed and went in the land anyway, it was the kingdom of rod, as well as the Amalekites that attacked them and defeated them. So in a way, it was kind of justice here that Moses is able to now defeat a rod before he leaves that area. They head south, and while they're heading south, comes the time when the fiery snakes come into the land. The fiery snakes, actually it means winged snakes. So these were probably a type of cobra that was a fast-striking snake. We don't know exactly where that happened, but many people think it's the Timna Valley Park area. That was a copper mine, was established by Egypt years before. Later on, David's going to mine copper from that area, as well as Solomon. And the snake that they make, it says it's a bronze snake, and they put it up on a pole, and Jesus refers back to it. That bronze actually could be copper, and this would be an area where they could get the copper. Now, what happened to that snake? The snake that's up on the pole? They keep it. They carry it along with them. When they go in the land, they take it with them. It's there through all the time of the judges and Samuel and King Saul and David and Solomon, and the kingdom divides. They still have it. They have it all through those years till finally Assyria takes Israel away in the north, and Hezekiah in the south decides that he needs to clean up Jerusalem, and he goes throughout Jerusalem and he destroys all the idols and places of worship. And he comes across the bronze snake on a pole. And he finds that people are burning incense to it, and he destroys it. They kept this thing for a long time. They go down by the Reed Sea, about the Gulf of Aqaba, and they start heading north on the other side. They go around Edom, they go around Moab, and they come to the country of Ammon. Now the Amorites, Moses asked, can we just go through? We just want to go through. They say no, just like Edom did, except they did something different. Instead of going up to the line and drawing a line that says, if you cross this line, no. They attacked Israel. Wrong thing to do. Israel destroys them, attacks back, takes over all their land. There are two major kingdoms here. They take over all that area, going up to the Sea of Galilee. They move into the cities, live in houses, take it over. 2.5 tribes say, hey, when we conquer all the land, this is where we want to live. Ammon is moved east, away from this area, and Israel literally takes over this area. Well, that brings us down to where they're in position now to cross over the Jordan River and go into Israel at Jericho. The next couple of stories, we see that Moab becomes a little bit nervous and they have to fight them, but then we get ready for Moses dying and the people going into the land. Come back when we give you more insights on the story.